I never quite realized how beautiful this world is.
The commanders put me in charge of your maintenance, ma'am. That means I'll be performing regular checks on you from now on.
If anyone is listening to this, there's something I need you to do. If you ever meet up with your High Unit 9S, I want him. I mean...
Perhaps we're not so different after all. Pod 153, I order you to halt all logical thought and speech.
They're not A2! I can handle this!
Androids were designed to protect their human masters.
Even if it's pointless, you still have to do it!
You two are the last remaining members of your hive.
That's not the operator. It's...
Hello everyone, thanks for joining me. This is my number 8 on our Game of the Year countdown for 2017. My number 8 game is Nier Automata. It is an action RPG developed by Platinum Games, and it is, for lack of a better term, batshit insane. In the style of similar Platinum games. It is over-the-top action. You play as a series of androids programmed to defend Earth from these robotic invaders. But as you play through the story, you'll kind of realize that everything isn't as it seems. There's a lot of twists and turns. In terms of narrative, this is probably the first heavy hitter on my Game of the Year countdown. Both PUBG and Cuphead aren't really story-intense games, but Nier Automata is one of the most original, crazy games that I've played this year. It features 26 different endings, one for each letter of the alphabet, but only about 5 or 6 of those are like main true endings. I won't go into too many spoilers for those of you who do want to play it, but long story short, I'm starting over from the very beginning because of something that the game, something that happens at the end of the final playthrough. So we're going to be starting from scratch here. You guys are going to be getting the entire experience here. So let me jump in here. That's fine. Alright, play on the normal difficulty. And we will start the game. So this one's a little bit more story intense. There's a lot more cutscenes, a little bit more dialogue.
Everything that lives is designed to end.
So I won't really
We are
interrupt.
perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the God who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
This is Operator 6-0. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood. H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Alright.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed. B down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
Alright. So yeah, as you can tell, the story gets pretty heavy from the beginning. There's a lot of existentialism going on here. There's a lot of, what is my purpose? You know, are we here for anything, if anything at all? You know,
20 down.
and as you get to the different endings of the game, you'll really start to question, you know, people's motives and you know what really is your purpose here in the game, in the world. And so, I mean, this is the initial part of the game. It is, like I said, an action game, an all-out action game, but it completely blends action genres. So this is kind of like a shoot 'em up, bullet hell kind of game, where you're pretty much just fighting wave after wave of enemies. But there is plenty of hack and slash action going on. Different characters. You play as 3 different characters. They each have different playable abilities, and so that kind of influences the different gameplay elements that go on. So you're not just playing the same game over and over and over again. It changes up each time, and there's plenty of variety in the different gameplay mechanics.
Operator to 2B, we need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
So you'll change perspective. You know, you go from over-the-top camera to, you know, standard third-person camera. There's all sorts of different, you know, like kind of mini-game style, you know, changes. But yeah, it's definitely just like, in terms of scale, it's huge. The music is also fantastic. This game won Best Score and Soundtrack at the Game Awards, which it was going up against some pretty stiff competition. You know, so the fact that it won against those is definitely telling. I mean, it's definitely very deserving of that award. It's been a while since I played it. I played it all the way through, got all the endings, played it pretty much to completion as far as I was concerned, and haven't touched it since, so I'm shaking the rust off, so to speak. It's not a terribly difficult game. I mean, it can get difficult at times, but it's one of those games that, you know, it's definitely reliant on your reaction time, and, you know, being able to string together combos and things like that.
Activating short-range attack gear. Alert. Alert. Large enemy route detected.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
So we've gone now to a more action phase. This is kind of how your most of the gameplay is. Oh god, how do I dodge? So you're basically in third person. You've got a combination of gunfire, ranged attacks, and up close melee attacks. And then of course you've got your heavy and light attacks. You've got some special abilities that you'll unlock.
Enemies destroyed.
Not quite.
So yeah, there's definitely a lot of style, but it isn't style without substance.
Is that our target?
Negative. This enemy is unrelated. Proposal. Dispatch it as swiftly as possible.
Games like this tend to be just action for the sake of action, and you know, that's why like I never got into like Bayonetta originally, just because it was just over the top action without any sort of narrative justification. This is very much a story-heavy, story-driven
Laser
game.
communications recovered.
And it totally justifies all of its action, and all of the great boss fights and the set pieces. It looks like I'm about to get access to my first special ability here. Pod program. So it's just kind of like a ultra beam type move. Charges up over time, and then I can just do it to hit a big burst of damage. Yeesh! That did a lot of damage. Go.
Better make sure he's actually dead next time. That was dangerous, man.
As you can see, I'm leveling up. You gain
You're
experience.
2B, right? My name's 9S. I'm
So
here
there's a
to
lot of
provide
RPG
support.
elements,
Copy that.
So, was that big old buzzsaw the Goliath you came here
but
to
it's
take
still
out?
No, just
an
another
action game
defensive
at heart.
system.
Oh, well, I guess we have to find the target then, huh? I've got a flight unit, so I'll take a look around the perimeter.
All right, I'll work my way inside from the ground.
There we go. There's my charge. There we go. Oh. It's hard to believe those cute little robots are the reason Earth is being invaded. They're responsible for humanity's near extinction.
Ma'am?
What is it?
I was going to send you the map data I collected earlier.
Do it.
Yeah, this is the initial level, and it's, I mean, it looks pretty linear, but the game does open up. It's more of an open world game. You know, you'll have your standard, you know, side quests and activities and different things to do. I didn't play a whole lot of them, as far as, you know, I kind of just stuck to the main story. The side stuff, to me at least, wasn't particularly interesting. I mean, there was a good side quest here and there, but really the main draw is beating the game, getting those endings, and just watching how the story just evolves into this absolutely bonkers territory.
Exit confirmed closed.
So open it.
Negative. Nearby enemies are jamming our signal.
Nothing's ever easy.
You know what? I think, yeah, I forgot that I'm starting all over here because I had mapped out my controls a little bit differently. My dodge, I can't remember. Custom, here we go. So I want fade. Fire. And I think I just do this for action. Pretty sure it's similar to how I had it before, but it's weird how the buttons are mapped in that it's having you dodge with the right trigger while you're holding R1 to shoot. So this kind of feels a little bit more comfortable using the trigger to shoot and face button like circle to dodge. Reminds me a lot of Devil May Cry. If Devil May Cry had a little bit more open world to it.
You know, ma'am, I'm glad you're here.
Why?
Scanners like me mostly work alone. Scouting out enemy lines and all that, I don't usually get a partner. It's kind of fun.
Emotions are prohibited.
Sorry, ma'am.
And another thing, stop calling me ma'am.
Huh?
It's unnecessary.
All right, then. 2B it is.
Yeah, 2B is a badass. Boom. Sometimes they just line up perfectly. Ooh.
This place sure is big.
I guess humans used to use it as a weapons factory, but now it's just crawling with machines. The enemy seems to have repurposed the facility to increase their overall machine production.
So if we don't destroy it, they'll just keep coming.
And the older going, this game can get tough. if I remember correctly, I did die quite a bit, especially, I mean, even later in the game. Up. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the game, is just like the shifting perspectives, because I mean, you know, like I said, you'll go from a traditional open world third-person camera to over the, you know, bird's eye view to, you know, over the shoulder to all sorts of different, you know, perspectives and stuff like that. Really give you a good look at the world. And it really makes the action stand out and pop too.
It's just accessing random, nonsensical data from the old world. There's no actual meaning behind anything machines do.
Oh, man. Oh man, how did I miss that? Oh. All right. That was brutal.
Analysis. This elevator's controls are locked and cannot be used. Alert. Bulletproof apparatus detected on enemies. Close range combat is advised.
Or you can just use your special ability. Easy enough. Oh shit. Now we're playing a dual stick shooter. Like I was just playing some Devil May Cry, and now I'm playing some Geometry Wars. You know, like that's what this game does so well, is just, you know, beautifully combine these, you know, all these different genres of games, and it makes it fun. Like it's not like, oh yeah, here's this, you know, it's not like the crappy tower defense mini games in Assassin's Creed Revelations. It's, you know, it's actually fun, and you know, you enjoy and you appreciate the change of pace. Because if it were all action all the time, it would get old pretty quickly.
I surveyed the entire factory, but couldn't find anything resembling our target.
Maybe they, I don't know, moved it somewhere?
Is that?
You mean the birds? Yeah, there's more plants and animals here than there used to be. Probably because the environment's changed.
Yeah, I mean, this is Earth. This is like a post-apocalyptic version of Earth. Clearly humanity done fucked up like it does usually in these post-apocalyptic situations. So I mean, 2B, 9S, the different characters that you play as, they're androids. They're sent to Earth to kind of, you know, push back against these robot invaders, and you know, you'll kind of learn, you know, why the robots are there, and it, like I said, the story really just takes a whole lot of twists and turns. It's not a
There
cut
should be
and
another
dry
facility
story.
across that bridge. It's a bit of a hike, but should we check it out? It's not like Command to get a location wrong. I guess even they get bad intel from time to time, huh?
I wouldn't bet on that.
Now we get to face 2 giant buzzsaws.
Alert. High-powered jamming detected. No response from long-range communications.
Doesn't matter. I'll just take him out.
Ooh. This fight, we're just mashing down the right trigger. Oh shit. Oh, that's not good. Oh god. I forget if you do a perfect time dodge, she'll do this cool little animation. Oof, that was tough. This guy hits hard.
Is that?
Target enemy detected.
Oh hey, it's a giant robot. This game is not lacking for creativity. I mean, it's almost like, to me, it reminds me a lot of the Metal Gear Solid games back, you know, playing them when I was a kid. Just got these giant robots, and you know, it's like when you're playing pretend as a kid. You know, you're just like, you know, ninja androids fighting giant robots. Like, that's the premise of the game, and it's awesome. And it, you know, they pull it off really well. This guy's a level 6, and we're only level 3, so this isn't a good look. Ow! Jeez! Something tells me I should probably take out... I'm pretty sure I gotta take out these arms first.
To me!
right. I'll provide support.
Like, yeah, no shit, this is the target. Like, the big giant robot in the middle of the ocean. Like, I'd like to think that this is the target.
Alert. Incoming enemy attack from below. Proposal. Evade.
Just cool camera angles, just the stuff that they do with the camera, man. I really didn't, like, appreciate it as much in my first, like, playthrough of the game, but playing through it right now, it's really cool to see, you know, all the different tricks that they do. Just how they zoom that far out. It just really gives these encounters a just huge sense of scale. And some of the later boss fights are the same, man. They're almost, you know, just Dragon Ball Z like, you know, where it's these battles between, you know, one or two people taking place on just these huge open fields and running around, dashing, and really cool stuff.
Boost!
Ooh.
9S! Nine S!
9S black box signal detected. No response to communications.
I'm going after him. Send a support request to command.
Negative. Communications have been jammed.
Nine S.
9S got fucked up. The more you play the game, you'll kind of realize that that's a recurring theme. 9S getting constantly just destroyed. But then again, it makes the ending, you know, at least the last real playthrough, really satisfying.
I have to repair him. Pod, get me staunching gel and logic virus vaccine. Then access the...
Inadvisable. The subject's vital signs are too poor to attempt field repair. in
Shut up!
current-
Just do what I say!
2B. Just go.
You shut up too.
We're soldiers. We take pride in our service.
HO-229 flight unit. Command 677 received. Usage rights transferred from 9S to 2B. Requesting acknowledgement.
Please.
All right.
Oh god. just look at that scale, man. I mean, like that's a moving like platform in the ocean. Like, I mean, if you played Metal Gear Solid 5, that's or Metal Gear Solid 5. If you play Metal Gear Solid 2, like that's the big shell, just like moving around, you know, attacking.
I found a weakness in the target. Hacking in to provide support. The control on the enemy's upper arm. Use your pod. You should be able to take it over.
I told you to shut up!
Oh man.
Control of upper arm. Seized from enemy unit. Marking weak point.
Got it. Seize its control system.
Affirmative. Infiltrating enemy subunit. Behavior table adjusted.
Man, this game is bananas. It's been so while. It's been so long since I've seen this.
Complete.
Not only that, beating him down with his own giant metal arm.
You just die already!
Talk about bringing the battle to them. Not to be.
Contact command. Request assistance.
No. It doesn't look like that's going to be necessary.
Sheesh.
Oh, great.
I don't imagine that this is going to end well. The black box. It's ready.
Right.
Requesting destruction of enemy hostiles via black box reaction.
Request accepted.
Doobie, it was an honor to fight with you. Truly.
The honor was mine.
You already can kind of tell that this game gets into some, like, well, you know, the odds are insurmountable. You know, just kind of just stacking the deck in terms of, you know, just you know, oh, there's too many enemies. Is it worth, you know, pressing on? It really makes you question, you know, your motivation to keep going. It, you know, gets really existential, for lack of a better term. But you realize, hey, these are androids, and so even though they have, even though they're somewhat sentient,
Mission complete and all that.
they
The Goliaths were
they're
wiped
just
out
robots,
before
and
we
they can just
secured
transfer their
their
consciousness to
territory.
another robot.
Now we can.
9S.
Yeah.
Thank you for uploading my data to the bunker.
I did that? Sorry. I don't remember. There wasn't a whole lot of bandwidth down there, you know? I probably only had enough time to back up your memories. Mine are only intact up to the point just before we were...
I see.
Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
Yeah. So yeah, it kind of uses like a. I hate comparing things to Dark Souls, but it uses a Red Souls, a Dark Souls kind of system where you see other players in the universe. You can't really interact with them. You'll see where they died. They'll, where they died, and you can pick up items and different things to help you out. You can revive them to help them out too.
The year mankind's glorious history came to a sudden and abrupt end. When the world was invaded by aliens from beyond the stars. The aliens unleashed a new breed of weapon, machine life forms, that all but annihilated human civilization. The handful of survivors that remained fled from Earth, seeking refuge on the moon. 5204 AD. Humanity launched its counterattack, deploying an army of androids from a network of orbiting bases. But after more than a dozen large-scale descents upon the enemy, we still haven't managed to repel the invaders.
More existential dread.
That is why you, the Yorha forces, exist. To break this stalemate, once and for all. You are our ultimate weapon, and you must put an end to this war.
Understood, sir.
I wish you good hunting.
Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
This is pretty cool too. This is also another thing that kind of reminds me of a Hideo Kojima game, not just Metal Gear Solid, but there's a lot of trickery that goes on with the game. He's having you adjust the brightness in the game when you're really actually, just adjusting the brightness. Okay, we got the brightness. Yeah, it looks good. Yep.
Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Go ahead and adjust.
Go ahead and adjust your setting.
Alright?
So it's
Alright?
a pretty cool way to
Are we good now?
adjust the audio and video settings by just kind of embedding it into that world and the lore. Just some cool tricks, stuff like that really just kind of bring it to life and kind of set it apart. Because otherwise these are just options in a menu and so this game makes the most out of that and then just really just immerses you into that. Just do yes.
Okay. Settings should all be good to go. Hold on. Your self-destruct permissions are missing. Wait a sec. We need to restore those. I could set it for you, but you should probably do it yourself. Regulations and all,
Yeah, regulations on self-destruction.
Okay, good. If things go wrong during an op, you may have to sacrifice yourself in order to finish it. So, once you're finished making adjustments, you can go ahead and close this out.
Alright. Done with the menu. / rebooting.
Morning. The commander's put me in charge of your maintenance, ma'am. That means I'll be performing regular checks on you from now on.
I see.
Oh, don't worry. We 9S models are the best around, you know. Though I suppose we're not exactly known for our modesty.
9S.
What is it, ma'am?
Stop calling me Nan.
Huh?
There's no need to be so formal.
All right. If you say so. Oh, I almost forgot. The commander was calling for you. We better go see what's up, ma'am. To be.
All right.
You need to be near an access point to save your data. You can see access points on the close range map. Be sure to save often.
Yeah, we get inbox messages in game, and it just kind of, it's got like flavor, text, and just stuff to really just kind of give you more depth. It's kind of like a data log or stuff like you'll find in other open world games. Just stuff to kind of enhance the world and the story. None of it particularly necessary to get the full narrative experience, but if you want more, there is more.
But risky. Try not to be so reckless next time. Understood. I know you're fresh out of maintenance, but I have another mission for you. I need you to head to the surface, rendezvous with the Resistance, and do some recon.
Doesn't Yorha have a dedicated Resistance contact already?
We haven't been able to get in touch with them, so we'll need you to look into that as well. Understood.
The Resistance.
The surface? That means we'll be getting flight units, huh? Better head for the hangar. Usually we can't get near flight units. They're way too expensive for us grunts. Too bad they can't mass produce these things yet. The hangar's up ahead. Let's go.
Right.
Hey, 2B, why do you think they sent a combat model like you to a recon job? If all they want is intel, we scanner models are built for that kind of thing.
Orders are orders.
All right.
More shoot 'em up action.
2B, you're going to have some new weaponry installed from
All right.
here on out. I'll put up instructions for you. Make sure to commit them to memory.
Roger.
Like I said, scale, man, is just huge. Once again, the game just changes perspective on you. It just keeps you on your toes. You don't get caught doing the same stuff over and over and over again. It definitely never gets repetitive. Ah, damn it.
Bunker to 2B, come in. I've set a landing point for your flight unit. You'll be touching down quite a ways from the Resistance camp, unfortunately. Sorry for the trouble, but we can't risk the enemy discovering their position. Understood. Good luck down there.
All right, and I mean now we're kind of in an open world situation. And it's beautiful. I mean, it's, you know, it's not, the graphics and the visuals aren't like, you know, it's not technically impressive, but from an artistic standpoint, I mean, seeing, you know, just kind of like all the overrun cities and all that. I mean, I know Horizon did it this year as well, but it's just as impressive in Nier.
Alerted. Access point communications jammed. Map data obtained from bunker. Data may be displayed from the system menu.
Map data, huh? It's hard to get an accurate picture from this. Our satellite resolution isn't so high. Hopefully they deploy some new satellites soon.
A general idea is good enough.
Giant moose!
You don't let anything get in your way, do you?
I got some moose meat, y'all.
According to our intel, none of the machines in this area are hostile. We've been seeing more and more enemies like this lately. They just stand there and stare into space. It's pretty weird.
Yeah, you can fish in this game because that just happens to be the trend in games, man. Like Final Fantasy, every game's gotta have fishing now. I didn't do too much fishing, so I couldn't tell you. Alright, we're at the Resistance base.
So this is the Resistance camp, huh? We should probably go talk to their leader first thing.
You're number two.
Hmm? You know about 2B?
Yes, well, the bunker told me to expect you. My name is Anemone.
Anemone.
I'm the
Anemone.
leader of the android resistance that controls most of this territory. You must be the new scouts we heard about. Well, I'm sure my people will have plenty of information for you. Please feel free to ask them anything you like.
Yeah. Dealing weapons. So yeah, you'll pick up items out in the world, and you can bring them to this guy, and he can make, you know, craft different weapons. There really isn't too much to it in terms of depth. Once I kind of picked a weapon or two that I liked, I kind of stuck with that throughout the game, and I never really felt the need to keep upgrading. Once I got to a certain point, I was just like, oh, okay, I kind of have what I need. It never really kind of incentivizes you to continue upgrading. So I mean, like in terms of RPG elements, you're not really, you know, it feels more like an action game. I mean, it does have RPG elements, but I guess it is classified as an action RPG. Help him out. Da-da-da-da-da. 4 complex gadgets. Now, if I remember correctly, let's see. If I remember correctly, this quest when I did it, it like bugged out. I remember I had to restart my PlayStation and reboot the game in order to, because it would just get to the point where like you would kill all the enemies in the area and they wouldn't, you know, you wouldn't have enough drops to return to this guy. Okay, got the access points. Cool.
This must have been quite a city once upon a time. Too bad vegetation's claimed most of it now.
Kind of reminds me of how I Am Legend did their
Operator
post-apocalyptic
60 to 2B.
world.
It is time for your regularly scheduled contact.
This is 2B. Nothing to report.
Good to hear. Say, how's the weather on Earth today? Good?
It's fine. Does that question have anything to do with our operation?
Not really. I just figured it might feel nice to have some good weather.
Feeling nice has no bearing on completing missions.
That is so like you, 2B. Anyway, talk to you
Means
later.
right.
This is the place that weapons trader was talking about. Uh-oh. I'm picking up hostile machine life forms.
Oh, he nailed me. Oh shit, I'm about to die. I'm trying to remember how to use items in this game. Oh, I don't have any items. Awesome. I know during the first mission, it was like auto using them for me, and I know there's a way you can set the game to do that, but I'm kind of just like screwed right here. This is tree sap. Okay, I think this is another one. Oh yeah, see, so if you pray and continue and retrieve the body. Damn, I should have paid attention. Yeah, so if you retrieve the body, you get health, and then it gives you some items. If you repair the body, it gives you a companion that'll fight alongside you. Cool.
That should be enough.
Looks
That
like
should be
the
enough.
quest isn't glitched out anymore.
Let's get these back to the trader.
I wonder if there's fast travel. I think there's fast travel in this game. Uh-oh, sounds like Mother's home. I mean, mother to the dogs. This guy's beard, though. Alright, so yeah, you can buy different weapons, and like I said, once I got to one where it was like, oh, okay, I got the one that I like, and that was it. So I'll pick this one, the heavy weapon, yes. Alright. Yep. So I mean, like I said, you can upgrade them, but there's no real incentive to do so. You'll do it a little bit here and there, but the game never gets that difficult to where you're relying on it constantly. Oh yeah, let's get some small recoveries. I'm gonna get 10. There we go. So yeah, those plug-in chips serve as like a skill tree sort of thing where you plug them in and each one will give you like bonus to attack or different abilities and things like that. Oh, hello! That's a giant bone!
That's Riley Christmas present.
Happy Merry Christmas, Riley.
He's like,
Sheena's in trouble because she didn't use the restroom when I let her out. Yep, she just stood on the wet grass like a dope.
Target location
Give me a
data
kiss.
obtained.
Hi.
Marking on map.
you know, I'm watching.
Nope, just me. But it's okay.
Well, I got presents.
Yeah.
You find yourself another present under the tree.
God damn it. Means I gotta get you something else.
Huh?
That means I gotta get you something
You
else.
don't. You should call me back.
I'm busy. I'm
No
streaming.
one's watching.
I'm streaming. This is very important work.
He's like waiting so patient for it.
Can you see if you can let her out and see if she'll go again?
What?
Yeah, I think this giant sword is the one that I used throughout my entire first playthrough. Yup. Right.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna go wrap Mom's present. I got. Laugh at what I'm doing.
God.
So, way I'm wrapping it. It's in its little thing, right? I'm gonna put it in a little bag. A cute little bag. Put it in a tin container. And put it in another bag. I'm gonna put that in another
You're
bag.
so clever.
No. I'm making my mother work for this.
You're so original.
Shut up! I've never done this. But I got a lot of gift bags, so if you're ready to wrap, just let me know when.
Cool. I will when I'm done here. Yay, I got everything for this quest.
That's everything the supply trader asked for.
Okay.
Riley, you can't have your present yet.
Man, these chores are a real pain in the butt, huh?
The Resistance is a valuable ally to your hub. By helping them, we also help ourselves. So no, I don't think they're a pain.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, they are a pain. They are fetch quests. Yeah, and I remember when I first played through the game, like, the pacing, man, like, that whole first action, or that whole first action-packed scene was just, you know, it was just awesome. And then to go from that to just kind of like, oh, okay, we're just gonna do a bunch of fetch quests for everybody, like, it just kind of, like, ruined it in the early going. And of course it picks back up again, and it when it hits the highs, it really hits the highs. But this part of the game is definitely a bit of a drag, where you're just kind of like, okay, like, I'm gonna go get this for this guy and get this for this guy, and let's see if this guy's got, yeah, so he's selling these chips where is that? Let's see, it's already, ooh, that's pretty. Let's see, so I've already got my HP gauge, but these things will show different things. So, like, you know, HP max up, so I can, and I'll probably buy a couple of those, a couple of range defenses, a couple of melee defenses, and a couple of weapon attacks up. Let's see, Easy mode, easy mode, easy mode. We're not playing on easy mode. It was really cool because it lets you kind of pick how you want to choose how to play. So I mean, if you want to make a de facto hard mode and get rid of, you know, the HP gauge, the enemy data, like those heads-up display elements, you can. So let's see, if we go in here, it's under skills, plug-in chips. So I mean, each chip will take a certain amount of space here. So I mean, like the operating system chip is here. And this is funny because there's a Kojima-like touch here where it says, in Android Central System, removal means death. You can remove your OS chip. And it will give you a game over screen. I'd never tried that before, and I knew you could do it, so I figured we'd try it there. So that's one of the endings. So it's fatal error. So like I said, there's one ending for each letter. So it's a joke ending. So I mean, there's only like 5 or 6 real endings. And I can just reboot the game back up and continue from where I was. But like I said, that's a Kojima-like touch. It kind of just, like I said, reminds me of a Metal Gear game where there's all these just little subtle things that, like, oh yeah, like, you know, you introduce this elaborate, you know, chip system that lets you, you know, plug in different abilities and stat boosts and things like that. But then you've got these generic stock ones that, and to another further point is, you know, each chip takes up different space, and so, you know, once you run full of space, you can upgrade your space, but if you run out of space, you can take away some of those stock ones. So if I want to say, you know, okay, get rid of my my health bar on the heads-up display, I can do that if I want to make room for an attack boost or something like that. So it's really cool. It's really unique. It's not like a standard or a generic skill system. Alright, so in all seriousness, let's see, these are all the equipped ones. So let's see, all chips. Oh, did I not? Wow. Or, oh yeah, well, I guess it didn't save my... Oh. Oh, I'm gonna have to do that all the... Ah, shit, I'm gonna have to do all that again. I forgot that there's no autosave in this game, so that's fun.
According to our intel, none of the machines in this area are hostile. We've been seeing more and more enemies like this lately. They just stand there and stare into space. It's pretty weird.
It's wild. Well, luckily I didn't do too much before I did that, because that would have been frustrating. Yeah. Hold skip. We've done that.
So this is the resistance camp, huh? We should probably go talk to their leader first thing.
You're number 2. My name, I believe you must be...
I'm trying to skip through all this dialogue, because it's like, oh yeah, we've already done all this. Alright, so we'll talk to this guy again, do this quest real quick. Agree to help.
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
This must have been quite a city once upon a time. Too bad vegetation's claimed most of it now.
Getting a little bit of deja vu. Oh wait.
Operator 60 to 2B. It is time for your regularly scheduled contact.
This is 2B. Nothing to report.
Good to hear. Say, how's the weather on
How
Earth
is the
today?
weather on Earth
Good?
today?
It's fine. Does that question have anything to do with our operation?
Not really. I just figured it might feel nice to have
Ow.
some good weather.
Feeling nice has no bearing on completing missions.
That is so like you, 2B. Anyway, talk to you later.
Right, there's that. All right.
Okay, that's everything the supply trader asked for. Man, these chores are a real pain in the butt, huh?
The Resistance is a valuable ally to your hub. By helping them, we also help ourselves. So no, I don't think they're a pain.
Yeah.
All right. This guy. Da-da-da-da-da. All right. Let's talk to this guy again. Buy some stuff. None of those. I'll do some melee attack. Oh no, these are consumables, so we want chips. So I can add an EXP gauge if I want to, see how close I am to leveling up. Otherwise, it'll just be like, oh hey, you leveled up. We got a couple of these weapon attacks. Melee defense, range defense, max HP, we like that. And that's it. Alright, so I won't remove the chip this time, the OS chip. So you have different loadouts, by the way, you can do that. Let's look at attack, so weapon attack. So that takes up a shitload of space. Alright, so we'll do that. Defense. Wow, that takes up a whole lot of space too. Alright, I think I'm gonna do HP up, but then seesaw, like, there's a little overlap there, so it's not gonna let me put this other one down. So that means I'm gonna have to, let's see, auto hide HUD in certain situations. Yeah, I can probably get rid of that. So, like I said, it's pretty cool because, I mean, it gives you a lot of flexibility, and, if you want more information and heads-up display, you can do that. If you want to be able to, add more, damage and perks and boosts, that's also, your prerogative. But obviously you can't take out that OS chip because you'll die. This game is too difficult. Oh. Yeah. I'm good. Appreciate that. So we'll have to do this quest again, unfortunately. Alright. Oh. Gotta do this. Help them out. I'm gonna be pissed if it's glitched this time. I mean, chances are they patched it since the game came out, but hopefully it is not glitched. I don't know why she trips like that in the bushes. It really just kind of breaks up the flow of being able to sprint and run. I can't go through there. It's just kind of like, once she gets into a bush, I guess it's kind of realistic. You can't just like sprint through a bush.
This is the place that weapons trader was talking about. Uh-oh. I'm picking up hostile machine life forms.
Yeah, doing a perfect dodge is the best way to deal a bunch of damage in this game. Alright, so got one. That's two. I think this is at three. Oh hey, how's it going? Enough. And just need to find one more inside this here circle. I'm gonna laugh if it's glitched. Oh, nope, here it is. Here we go. Alright, cool.
That should be enough.
That should be enough.
Let's get these back to the trader.
Let's get these back to the trader.
Like I said, I mean, it's not a technically impressive game from a visual standpoint, but artistically, there's a lot of style in the character models and the enemy design, and then obviously in just the beauty of the world. All right, got this guy taken care of. Same Beast Lord. Alright. So we've helped them out. Let me equip this weapon. Let's do weapon set 1. Heavy attack is going to be Beast Lord. Alright. So, talk to the leader again. Loss of dangerous machines repeating in the desert. Even though it's an open world game, it's not a very big open world. So there's only like 3 or maybe 4 areas. Probably not even 4. I think it's we've got like the foresty area. We've got like smaller sub areas, but in terms of like big hub worlds, I mean it's really just like the city and the desert.
Coordinates confirmed for location specified by Resistance leader.
Understood, 042. Placing marker on target. The desert heat is going to make resupply efforts difficult, 2B. Please make sure you're ready before you go.
Yep, I'm ready. Here goes that music. This is music that, like, after I was done playing the game, I was probably humming it for about a week straight. Really good.
Plant life has claimed most of the central area. Big plants, too.
Report. Records show that vegetation has grown to an abnormal size since the departure of humans.
Wonder if there are any huge boars and such, too.
Alert. Access point communications jammed.
Do a quick save so I don't lose all my progress again. Thankfully, I hadn't made a whole lot of progress. It's so weird to think that this won best soundtrack. I mean, not to say that it isn't completely deserving of it, but the games that it was up against like had equally impressive soundtracks. So definitely deserved the recognition it got, but still just kind of crazy and weird to see it. So yeah, here we go. These are the bodies of dead players. So yeah, here we go. Other players' bodies. If you have the network features, you'll see other players' dead bodies. So when you pray over, the other player's health will be fully restored and they'll receive an item. If you retrieve, you'll temporarily gain 3 random effects based on the chips the player had equipped, and repair, the body will follow you around and aid you in combat. So if I hit pray and continue, I guess that helps him out, and then if I can select to retrieve it, which I want to do because it'll regain my health. I get some, some max HP up, shockwave, and moving speed up. And then with this guy, I'll probably hit pray and continue. I think there's really no incentive not to pray for people, but I mean, if you want to be a dick, you cannot pray for people. So I'll repair him, and so they become my companion for a short while. They don't stick with you forever, but so pretty cool network functionality. Nothing too major, but like I said, similar to like a Dark Souls if you play those games.
Currently, our struggle against the machine life forms is at a stalemate. This battle
So we'll pray and continue for him. Retrieve.
raged for far too long. I'm sure all of you find the effort grueling. But now is not the time to give up. Now, more than ever, we must forge on. Remember that several 100,000 humans on the moon want nothing more than a return to Earth. Glory to mankind.
Thing, man. There's only several 100,000 humans left. Granted, this is 3,000 years in the future, but humanity is nearly extinct, according to what this guy is telling us.
Hey, our leader told me all about you. Name's Jackass.
What a lovely name.
I hear you're planning to take out all the
I
machines
guess in the
desert.
future, no one really gives a
Guess that
shit
means we
what
need
they're
to get that
called.
entrance open.
Just
Looks like
call
it.
myself Jackass.
So, Jackass, was it? What are you doing all the way out here?
Hmm? Oh, that? Well, wouldn't want to have anyone getting tangled up in that, now would we? Don't go trying to be a hero, all right?
Who opens a sealed gate with explosives?
Jackass does, apparently.
There's gotta be an easier way, right?
You guys have little masks on. That's so cute. That's the thing, man, about these robots is, they're painted as these just vicious invaders of Earth, and they need to be driven out so humans can live on Earth again. But they're just like little adorable tiny robots. Desert Zone. Like I said, there's like 2 or 3. There's probably like 3, maybe 3 like big zones, and then everything else is kind of like a smaller section of that. You'll have different tiny, smaller levels.
This sand sure is slippery.
I guess we lost our other companion.
Careful. We've got enemies approaching.
These machines are talking.
Yeah, I heard from the Resistance that they've been seeing this a lot lately. Couldn't tell you why, though.
Oh, hello. What'd you have for dinner? Oh, you said you were gonna have dinner. Are you a rapper now? I'm so funny, love me. Oh shit. Okay. What was? Oh. I guess this quest we're just clearing out camps of enemies. Oh yeah? This guy.
Think this will work?
Yeah.
It's heading for that rocky area.
Individual target ID marked.
What?
You said to get puzzle glue like you knew what it was.
No, it's like a spray. It's puzzle glue. I don't know what that stuff is.
Oh, I found out what it is.
What's that?
Analysis. It is the ruin of a former human residential area. Large numbers of humans resided in such concrete and metal shelters. The structures were referred to by names such as apartment
Apartment complex. What a weird and primitive concept.
Report. Mail notification received from access point.
Gotta have that deserty music going on. Good luck, sweetie. You can do it. Oh. I mean, I don't want to open it all the way. You get like a paintbrush or something. Oh, okay. Yeah, it should help. Oh shit, these guys are level 10. I mean, they're still pretty easy to fight.
Target confirmed. Let's get him.
Prayed for Shun. Just a young boy saw a lost machine in the free skies. He's now my companion. Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Robots aren't sentient, so they can't feel. That is the twist in the story. Obviously, they're hinting at, you know, something isn't quite as it appears to be with these robots. Robots are not supposed to feel pain. And the fact that these robots are, you know, screaming in pain suggests something. I won't get into that because that will ruin the story. You guys should play the story because it is absolutely bonkers. Yes. Boom. I think I was a whole lot scarier the first time I encountered him. I was just like, oh yeah, okay, no big deal. Still chasing this little guy.
I wonder what makes them choose these words.
These are android bodies.
Hypotheses. They were killed by local machine life
Damn.
forms.
What are they doing here?
Unknown.
It's like they were gathered here.
Brutal. This is gnarly.
There it goes!
What? Oh, nice.
Multiple machines detected ahead. But what's with these android bodies?
Stay focused.
It's a graveyard. Oh shit. Like literally the graveyard. Oh my god, I forgot about this part. Wait for it.
What is this?
Look at the robots boning!
Don't listen to them.
They're having sex!
Oh, yeah.
This is ridiculous!
They don't have any feelings.
Acting like
They're
humans.
just imitating human speech.
Oh hey, there's some more boning. Whoa, what is going on over here? I didn't even notice that. Well, they're on to me. I broke up their orgy. Jesus, a lot of these guys. I can't see them over here. This cannot continue. Alright, what's up, preferred lead?
What's happening? What's happening?
Yeah, no, yeah, these robots are partying hard. Oh, it's a naked android, man.
An android?
No. This is a machine. This is a machine.
With no dick. He got no dick. and I'm about to fight him. Remember when I said this game was just like absolutely bonkers? Yeah. This is just the beginning of it.
Droids. Why? Fight.
Well, at least he's not naked anymore. I'll give him. Oh wait, no, he's naked. He's still naked.
Sword. Dodge. Projectile. Deflect.
I think he's evolving.
Shit.
We better finish this quick.
Oh god. These battles are just ridiculous. It may seem like it's button mashing, but it is. There's actually a lot of timing and like these perfect dodges. It's crucial to the whole experience. Ah, he got me. Damn it. A scared girl couldn't perform as well as usual on dry sand. Alright, well, yeah, we'll do that. So yeah, this is kind of similar to the Souls games. I hate using that example, but when you die, you're not really dead. You can go back to your corpse and recover all of your stuff. If you die again, you lose everything. So, obviously, I just kind of make a beeline straight to my corpse. Yeah, we saw this already. It's okay. As much as I want to see Naked Android Man again be born. Alright, so let's find my body. Retrieve. Yup. So yeah, you'll lose all your equipment, which is really shitty. Alright, cool. Yeah, preferably if you like the Bayonetta games, or like I've compared it a lot to Devil May Cry, where it's really just high action, combo based. It's almost like the old God of War games too. But yeah, it's definitely like Japanese anime style, over the top action. The story is just absolutely ridiculous. So this is just like the very beginning of the game and just the beginning of the insanity.
I think he's evolving. We better finish this quick.
I think we should. Try not to die this time. barely hitting this guy. All right, here we go. Woo! Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. No, so you can't switch, but the story is like kind of broken up between like 3 big parts. And so the first part you play as 2B, the chick, and then you play as 9S in the second part, and then you'll play the third one. And like it's kind of playing the same story over again, but each time it kind of adds a couple of different things, and then the third time it's just like all shit just breaks loose. So like for the purpose of the first playthrough, he's just there to help you. Did I get him? Yeah, I got him. Yeah. What'd you get?
Is this really a machine? Damn it, not another one. We gotta get out of here!
Come on! Through that hole!
That's what she said. Oh god. Platforming and jumping is hard. What's up?
Oh,
No.
It stopped. Looks like we're safe now.
What the hell just happened?
Same.
I know. I've never seen a machine like that before. We better report this to command.
You will find yourself saying, "What the hell just happened?" in
Let's
the
move
game
to an area with better
numerous
reception
times.
so we can contact command.
Companion here.
Okay, this is good. We should be able to reach command here. 9S to bunker. Do you copy?
I read you, 9S. Go ahead.
Operator, we just encountered a pair of humanoid machines. We weren't able to capture them, but I have combat data ready for upload.
Understood. Ready to receive.
Hopefully you can get something out of it.
I could use these guys for health. I saw a machine flying around somewhere very dark. It's kind of cool, the network thing, because towards the end of the game, I mean, I'm trying to avoid spoilers, but towards the end of the game, it kind of encourages like the spirit of cooperation, which is really cool. So you end up helping out other players at the end of the game where you can choose to do so.
Say 2B? I was hoping we could talk about our next move. I'm worried about the damage we took in that last battle with the machines. Maybe we should return to the resistance camp to resupply and conduct maintenance?
Conduct maintenance.
Let's go back.
You got it.
Oh. Yeah. Traversal in this game's kind of janky. You run into a lot of like invisible barriers and like buildings you can't go into, and it's like it's an open world game, but like yeah, see, like I can't go through this door. It's an open world game, but it's not like totally open world. It's just like, hey, you can travel around, go from point A to point B. Alright. Got a room. Two separate beds. No android boning in this game. Yeah, take your sword off, kick back, and take a break, and the 9S will just watch you sleep. And at that, I think that's going to do it for me tonight. That is Nier Automata. It's my number 8 game of the year. It's out on PC and PlayStation 4, though by all accounts, the PS4 version is the best version. Remember, I put these videos up on demand, so you can go watch the whole stream if you guys want to. If you haven't already, like my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/redtoothgames, and I'm on Twitter @redtoothgames. If you don't follow me or subscribe to me here on Twitch, please do so. I really appreciate you guys watching. You know, it's fun having people watching you and engaging in the chat, so appreciate you guys dropping by and hanging out with me. My number 7 game is going to be, I'm going to stream that on Friday morning, probably around 10 o'clock here on the East Coast, so be on the lookout for that, and we will see you guys soon. Thanks again for watching.